What's good, superstars? Back with another VV video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob. Got the machine gun, water gun there.
How you doing?
God, a little left hook there in the face. I'm doing well. Oh my gosh. Guys, if you have not already, hit the subscribe button. Become a superstar. You can go tell your grandma that you became a superstar today. It will be one of the best things she hears, and it will make her smile. So make sure to become a superstar. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification. You'll know when we post. Go follow us on the Twitters. We're active there every single day. Instagram, TikTok. That's for helps us for giveaways, contests, whenever we can do that again. And we have Fastos 6909 on VV if you want to follow us there. Superstar Money. And we're on the wall there for 9.9 million. Go check it out and follow us. We are trying to get to 10 million followers. Okay, let me pull up Pairology World. So, guys, this is important. Speaking of giveaways, though we can't do transfers yet, Pairology is logging the winners and giving back as usual. That's his thing. Always giving back. So, in order to win, this is week 2 of April. It closes on April 14th, and it's a Chippendale Ultra Rare from the Duo set. Trading around 300 gems, 310, wow. 320 gems. So very, very
golden
generous.
Moments.
Golden moments. Rarest from the set. All you got to do, go to the games tab, play a game here. Try and get the high score on aerial flight. If you do get the high score, you come over to our club, Superstar Money, and you post in the topics that April giveaway number 2, post your high score. If you are able to get the high score, and we can verify, and you have to have a profile, guys.
This was a specific request from Mr. Pairology himself.
Yeah, you have to have a profile. You have to show that you're actually active in the community on the website. So, like eggs like this.
6 is a superstar. He comments all the time. Go get a profile picture.
Go get a profile, 6. Come on, guys. Go get a profile.
He has an egg there. That maybe his egg was the.
I don't know. We're gonna do some research into it, but guys, you're gonna have to have a solid profile. Look, it's like Music Man right now. Looks like he's doing it right here. Might be in the lead. We're gonna be going off the leaderboard there. The numbers don't make sense sometimes because you guys are killing it and passing the score past the actual boxes there. We never expected you guys to be this good at this game. But very, very happy to see the leader right now with the active profile. So, you need to have an active profile. That's one of the things that are important for you to do. So go beat Music Man DL. Sorry, bud. But we want to see if anybody can get to that high score. Knight Rider's getting close, it looks like. But I don't know exactly.
Music Man was there all night trying to take that high score. And it looks like he got it for now.
So we'll be checking back in a couple of days. So, guys, this is how you do it. Very simple to enter. And if you can get a high score in an aerial flight, you're going to get a Chippendale. All right. Nice. Let us continue with the active news. Today is National Pet Day. Did not know that. If you have a pet, happy National Pet Day. And we had a comic drop today. It was The Fallen Son, and it was the death of Captain America, I guess the first iteration, part 1 of 5. Did you go for the drop?
No, definitely not. I'm only going for drops that I think will not go unlisted. And I already know how it goes. You know, when I go for a drop, I don't get the ultra rares. I don't get the secret rares. I get the commons. And if the commons what I want, then I get the rare. So I'm just not even going to bother. How about you?
So I went for it. I ended up getting one, which to me meant that maybe there wasn't too much demand for this comic. But I'd taken the lottery ticket. Basically, if you get the secret rare ultra rare, you're probably doing well. Even the rare, you can flip it for a few gems. But it is the first iteration, this one here, and there's a bunch of them when you go into the article. But I got the comment, so it didn't work out for me. But I'm gonna hold it for now.
But isn't there a 60% chance at a common?
Yeah, it's very high. But
so that means there's actually a 40% chance at anything but a common.
But it's a bragging right.
So if you participate for 10 drops, theoretically you should get 4 out of 10 that end up being not common. I can tell you right now, I've done a lot more than 10 drops, and I'm at a 100% common rate. Okay.
Yeah. So maybe you're just in the bad books.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how something's fishy there.
But you make a good point. But I don't know. I don't know either. So anyways, guys, let us know how you did. Did you end up getting a secret rare, ultra rare? What do you think of this comic? We know that it's a D tier now. VV Ranks updated the website, D tier. So nothing that people are too crazy about. But that artwork on today's cover I thought was really cool. I'm gonna actually pull it up here just to show off.
It's pretty nice. It's pretty
nice. This ultra rare to me was really, really cool.
Yeah. Like you said last time, and I agree with you, that black border, I'm not a big fan of it. I like it when they fill up the whole space, but it is really nice, that ultra rare.
And then the next one coming tomorrow is this one here. It looks like some kind of a Captain America with no clothes on. In the, I don't know if it's a different character. I don't know if you know who that is, but
make it big. Click it.
I don't know who this guy is.
No, I'm not familiar.
He's got some wings on his feet there. Does that give it away?
I don't know the character. Someone watching does.
Let us know. Let us know. You guys all know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the one coming tomorrow. Hopefully, one of us can hit another either from rare up, because probably common, uncommon are going to go below retail. Now we saw a question, and this is one of the reasons why we're doing one of these videos again. Jess on Twitter, shout out to Jess, made us a mod on the Festivus group. Not a mod, a YouTube category on the Festivus group. If the bots are gone, why is the floor below retail? I know it used to be that way a lot, but we're supposed to have all these new users. We control the floor prices. I just don't get it.
It's a great question.
We have some ideas. Today's video will help. And she said, you do videos. She's trolling because we know that she watches.
Yeah.
But Boodle answered. And if you don't follow Boodle, he makes a great comic spreadsheet as well. If you want to know about comic rankings, and Boodle does it after the drop, which is something that I like. He puts his ranking out there after the drop, kind of takes into account some community sentiment.
Okay.
So really, really cool. And it's got a really nice graphic. So if you go to his Twitter, it's in there somewhere. You'll find it. But anyway, his answer was, it wasn't just about the bots. People have been buying gems for cheap since forever. We've mentioned that before in previous video. If you haven't seen it, VEVE's going to zero on this channel. There's also the gambling factor that goes into it. And that's my factor. I'm gambling every single time I go for one of these comic drops that I don't want, because
it's just a low mint.
If you do get a rare and above, you're going to flip it into some kind of profit.
Yeah.
If you sell it right enough,
or if you get a low mint, theoretically you should also,
even a low mint. Exactly, even a low mint.
Like if you get a 200, or a number 70 ultra rare grandpa there.
Grandpa, don't even remind me. I don't even think it's sold yet, guys. If you want a grandpa ultra rare, lower the price. Go pick it up. Number 70. Where are you going to get that? Only one number besides zero in the entire edition number. But if you don't want it, it's okay. It'll be there forever. You can find superstar money that way as well. But yeah, so we thought, let us revisit what we were talking about on that VEVE will go to zero. And actually, let's revisit in a little bit of a different way, different dynamic.
Let's add, right?
Let's add on to it. This is another reason why VEVE may be going to zero. Okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is, all right, I guess let's pull up your chart there. You got Puddin Cheeks' sheet up, right?
Yeah, well, maybe we should start there. So again, as a recap, we made the video. The last video we made was like, we focused on the off app gem market, because we know people are buying gems and they're just recycling gems. So it's not just that. And we mainly at the time focused that they have a huge spread in terms of losing real money, because when MTL comes out, then they can convert it at, let's say 0.9. So they can actually afford to go under what they purchased for and still make money when they convert on like an arbitrage kind of idea. Where as long as that difference between 0.9 of what their final price is after the market fees is still greater than half price, let's say they bought the gems, they're going to make money. But
it's still an active reason right now, even though now VEVE's introduced this whole system where you have to buy an actual collectible off app. So now there's just a little bit more of a fee. It's just the spread closes a little bit, but still actively being done here.
Yeah, and then there's the gambling, right? People flip because they don't care. They're just going to flip it. But one more thing, though, is that when you recycle gems, you're not bringing fresh gems in. So let's pull up my screen here. 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you're recycling gems, you're not bringing in new gems into the environment. We made a video that inflation is inevitable. Okay, at some point in time, we're going to have another NFT demand event. People are going to come rushing to VEVE, and they're going to outpace and buy more gems than that are being burnt. Because on VEVE, people buy gems and they burn them either in the store on a drop, and every single drop sells out. Okay. Or they burn them in the secondary market when they sell something. There's an 8.5% fee overall on all these Disney, now DC, and even Coca-Cola. Right.
Yep.
So you have all these fees, and together you're getting a burn rate, which is constantly a deflationary pressure on the entire gem environment. But thanks to Puddin Cheeks, who
great spreadsheet here.
Yeah. Great spreadsheet. Here he is right here on Twitter. Check him out if you don't know about the spreadsheet. He tracks all the inflows and outflows of OMI coming into the app. And basically what he's determined is that you have, in total, if you just take the amount of gems purchased from the store minus the amount burned from the store and through secondary market, you have 127 million left.
Excess.
That's what's left over. So that means between everybody, there's 127 million gems available, and all this stuff is very, it's backed, but at the same time, it's a dynamic kind of situation.
It's moving at all times. It's a screenshot in time.
Screenshot in time. If you look to even 2 weeks ago, you had 132 million in the app. You have like a 4% decrease there.
That's like the peak of all time, it looks like. Or no, 133, a little bit further down. But yeah.
Right? And then if you start seeing, now I graphed it, you could start seeing that we've officially entered an area in the market which hasn't, the rate of the increase has decreased, like here, for example, right? It was always going up, but less and less and less every time, kind of like a diminishing return.
We've never had it come down. And it doesn't seem like we've ever had it come down until recently, like the last couple of days, right? So
yeah, like there might have been some times here, but now for sure we're starting to see the amount of gems being burned at a rate higher than the amount coming in, which over time I think is what's going to end up happening. Is just people are naturally, as an entire community, we're all going to have less gems to buy things with.
Yeah.
So prices have to adjust to it.
Well, and it's another sign of maybe the number of people coming into the app at this current time is not so high, and maybe not what people are being told, or how, like, maybe some of those bot accounts that were here were actually helping this number to go up.
Just 20,000 a day. Remember
exactly.
that?
They were just bringing in gems because they were able to flip it into more money. But now with the bots stopping, and now you get to actually see like the real user information, it appears as though like the timing of this turn in the market here is also really, really close to the timing of the bot shutdown, crackdown.
And by the way, we think the bots will be back. We think there's a lot of heat on them right now, so they've backed off. Actually, I agree with you.
The insider bot that I've been talking to on the side just to get some information says
some
that
primary research.
They've cooled it down, but they're planning ways to come back. So it's definitely in the works for them to come back. And I don't know the person who's actual bot. This is like a link, a person who actually knows somebody who's a bot, and obviously they're not going to rat them out, but giving me some intel so I can share with you guys, because they feel like maybe the community would be prudent to know how things are happening in the background, so you don't spend gems and assume that the bots are dead.
Yeah, because I think they'll be back as well. But either way, what we're seeing, and this is from the data, we're seeing that there's a deflationary environment. So, and another thing too is think about how many, and this now we're going to flip back to your screen. Think about how many mints exist right now on the app. Think about all the collectibles, all of the comics, all of the tens of thousands, the millions of mints that are out there right now. And all of these floors are going to be in a constant dynamic nature of what we are willing to buy it for and what someone's willing to sell it for. But it looks like there's a lot of people who are actually up right now on the app, especially on some of the old school grails.
Yeah.
I don't think enough time has happened yet for that. And then another thing that we forgot to mention is that the floors, they do trade at some multiple, right? Like there's baked in expectations that are going to help it always be higher than a certain price. Than what it can actually be if you just take the amount of gens in the app and you just divide it and allocate it to every single mint.
Say VEVE paused right now and you said, okay, we're going to allocate everything to everybody. How would everything be split up? Sure, Waltz may get a bigger percentage, but there's no way that with the gems that are in the current app right now, even if you use every single gem, there's no way that Walt is 18,000 gems. If you were to give every single Walt away at 18,000 gems, it would take up way too much of a percentage of the total gems. So that's basically how we're trying to explain this here. Right now we have 127, right?
127 million right now. Yeah, here.
So 127 million gems available right now. If we were to able to exhaust every single one of those gems, let's just take a look at some current market caps. This is shout out to Omi the Clown. Market cap of Walt at the current price, which is 17,500. You got 75 million of that 127 million. So more than 50% is in one collectible. Then you got 31 going to R2D2. You're already over 100. You had 105. And if I just pull over one more, I'm at a rare Marvel comic #1. That's another 33. We've already spent more than every gem that exists in surplus. And if you keep going, a couple more collectibles, if you throw Todd's in there and you start throwing that in, you start to get to the total supply of gems. And that would mean that everything else is worth 0. And you still would have you still would be way over.
Yeah,
way over it. It's crazy.
We never spent the time to actually sit down and write down the market cap of every single thing on the app. But I'm sure if we did, it would probably be a pretty large, multiple to how many gems are available. And I think
even compared to the total gems ever purchased, it would be a big multiple.
It'd be a pretty big multiple. And I think that, I mean, again, the market is going to be based on what people are willing to sell it for and what people are willing to buy it for. But I think that as gems and app continues this deflationary trend until one day we have that inflationary event again, which as the more gems come in the app, fuel prices up, multiples on all of these are going to increase. But right now we're in a bear market. That multiple keeps decreasing, and we have now actual gems not increasing. At least between January and March, or even the end of March, at least we had more gems coming in, although at a less of a rate each time, which was lowering the multiple. Now we're going in the downward direction in terms of gems and app, which means inevitably there's going to be less money for all of us to spend.
It's fueling the prices down until we get a little bit more real users into the app, or
fresh money.
You need fresh money, fresh gems, clean gems. So the clean gems, the web app might be one of the things that really helps with that, because
we'll see.
You'll be taking away that 30% from the Apple Store, if that's even a thing. Maybe they have a contract where they can't even take that away. But if they're able to clean up the gems coming in and bring in a lot more gems by marketing or doing whatever they're doing, that will be one of the ways they can flip the script here. But until then, as long as there's deflationary number of gems at excess, then prices of the floors should drop. And you might get isolated pumps here and there, but overall, at the end of the day, the whole market as a whole is going to have less gems at this rate of deflation. There's going to be less gems to spend on floors, and you're going to see prices come down until then.
Right.
Until further notice.
So like one thing that one could do, which we're not doing, would be just to sell everything and try to buy back in. But there are some disadvantages to there. For example, the moment you sell everything, now you're no longer able to participate in a meaningful way in the MCP program with MCP Pro and the MCP levels that you're going to need to get certain advantages in the app later on. Yeah. So that's one reason why maybe you don't want to sell and you just want to hold, because at the end of the day, the price, like, does it really matter if you're not going to sell it for like 3 years, let's say? You want to hold this for the long term. Like, we're holding it until VEVE is going to become integrated more into the mainstream. So really, it doesn't matter to us to flip out and flip back in. But maybe I may not go buy that grail that's 15,000 right now, or whatever, 1,500, 15,000, whatever grail is it that you want right now. Maybe you don't go buy it right now because you know this, but you hold what you have and what decisions you made so far. And another thing is, none of us have a crystal ball. We don't know when this is going to turn. For all we know, there's going to be some announcement that's going to bring in fresh people into the app, and they're going to be purchasing more gems, and that they're going to get that multiple going because the rate of gems coming in increases.
It just appears that they need some kind of a instant to happen. Like you said, maybe an announcement, some kind of change, something to refresh the people coming in here. Maybe you need like a big IP to drop. Pokemon. Maybe you need something like that to reverse the trend, because right now you got, like you said, the burn is real, and every time people sell, there's more and more burning, and less people coming into the app, or coming in at a slower rate now because there's not as much reason for them to come in. Even though they've been dropping a lot of drops, I don't think necessarily that's helping. I think you need the heat at this point in order for things to change.
So none of us really know where it is. Like, I decided yesterday to complete the Pixar set with low mints, with 3-digit mints. I don't really know where the bottom is. But what this is showing us right now is that there seems to be a lot of reasons why the floors might continuously undercut themselves. The money's just not available in this ecosystem to be able to buy them all up. And
that's a great point. Maybe low mint is the way to go right now, because if you were to split up every single gem on the app, what's going to be the most sought after? It's probably going to be the lower mint items, and the other stuff will get left to the side because people will want whatever's the lowest mint. And if you had to pick, if you were selling everything off and you're going to a garage sale and you see a number 300 Winnie the Pooh and you see a number 20,000 Winnie the Pooh, you're going to obviously want to go for that lower mint, even though it might be a little bit more money. It's just something that is more valuable, according to the VEVE community sentiment, right?
Yeah, like I really want only what I want to hold long term. Like, I want to hold that whatever. I got a Woody 900 something. I want to hold that for the very long term. I don't really care what the price is. I'm holding it. So when it comes to me, let's say maybe going in and making a move right now on like a was it the Becky Cloonan?
Yeah.
Right. I want that.
We're waiting.
But I've been waiting for when I remember it was at 1600. I've been watching it, and it continuously drops. I think it finally hit sub 1000, and I'll continue to wait because I'm seeing this deflationary.
And I'm waiting
movement.
on. It might not be grails, but I'm waiting on those lenticulars. They're gonna get under 100. I'm telling you, they're gonna get under 100. The duos I'm waiting for get under 100 for me, but it should happen unless something crazy goes on.
Yeah. So, anyways, I have nothing else to add. How about you?
I think that's it. Let's just pull it up here.
All right. Well, let us know below what you guys think about this video. Let us know what you guys think about what we just presented to you right now. Are you buying right now? Are you averaging down? Do you think that we're going to have some catalyst event that's going to reverse this at any moment in time? Do you think that there's something up with maybe Puddin Cheeks' Excel? Is there something maybe we're missing here with that 127 million gems? Could there be actually more that we're not aware of related to these floor prices? Let us know your thoughts below. We love to hear from you. We respond to every comment, and together we all learn. So let us know what you guys think. Make sure you smash that subscribe button because you could become a superstar too. Join the superstar fam, and we will see you on the next one. Take care.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.